Respect. Welcome back to Smitty's Corner. What it smell like, fragrant? Okay, now. So what we gonna do for this one right here, right? There's one piece in this little interview they're gonna do with this guy who is I believe, former attorney, right? When he's talking, there's gonna be one piece that I'm gonna hone in on because I think it's very important. Okay, for my people, right? It's important. So let's rock out. Oh, and thank you again for tuning into Smitty's Corner. If you don't mind, smash the like button. Let's go.
The Carlee Russell case has caught the attention of the nation for the last week. It was a week ago she vanished on I-459. Carlee telling police she stopped to help a child on the side of the road, and then she was kidnapped. She would escape days later in West Hoover. Carlee says she ran through the woods until she made it back home. That was late Saturday night.
Hoover police do not believe a child was on the side of the road at any point. Carlee's call was the only report they received last week. So what's next? WVTM 13's Lisa Crane has been following this story closely for the past week.
She joins us live again in Hoover this evening with an interesting perspective tonight on just about everything that we know so far.
Yeah, so many shocking details came out of that press conference yesterday. It was a lot to process, but we know police are still investigating this case. They did tell us yesterday they really couldn't corroborate any of the details Carlee Russell had given them. We spoke to a Birmingham attorney today to get his take on it.
That's what I think happened.
Eric Guster spent years as a criminal defense attorney. He says, like the rest of the country, he was pulled into the Carlee Russell case.
Pay attention to what this brother is saying in particular. Let's listen.
He says while police didn't come out and say it at the press conference, the message was clear.
She said she was kidnapped and the kidnapping didn't happen. Our citizens are safe. There's not a kidnapper out there. So they use every almost synonym for lie except saying she lied.
He says the search for Carlee wasted the time and money of law enforcement and concerned community members. The father of murder victim Anaya Blanchard wrote about it on his Facebook page, saying his wounds had been reopened and it wasn't okay to bring his family into the search.
Imagine going and searching for someone and they're off doing something else and they're never in danger. And you're thinking about saving this person's daughter and yours was not saved. Beyond angry, super livid, that would be me.
Guster says he worries this case could affect future missing persons cases.
It's going to be much more difficult for African American women to be believed, and it may actually decrease the number of actual reports of things because people are already afraid that they won't be believed.
He says
Right there. Right there. You see, sis? Always believe sis, right? What sis just did will possibly, I'm talking about around the country, not just in Birmingham, around the country. What she did is going to affect you, sis, your daughter, your female cousin, your aunt, possible mom. It's going to affect black women in particular. They didn't say, pay attention. He didn't say this might affect Asian, Spanish, now it's going to affect women across the board. No. Peep game how he honed in and said this is going to affect future calls and people taking it serious for black women. You want everybody to take you serious. You get the attention that you so crave. All them likes you do, all them things you do for likes, sis, and stuff. All that stuff you do to get this attention. You finally get it, and this is what you do with it. Now, I don't have a dog in the fight, except one piece. I'm a father of a young black girl. I only have one child, my daughter. Because of what she did, Lord forbid. But that could possibly affect mine, yours, and everyone else. Lord forbid. Right? So I think we need to think about things like this when one, we want to keep sitting around talking about just believe women. No, I believe circumstantial and hardcore proof and evidence. I believe what is presented. I'm not believing something based on a gender or a ethnic background in either direction. Because last time that I remember, I believe it was Dr. King that said we ought to not judge people based on the color of their skin, but what? The context of their character. So if the context of your character is effed up, I don't care if you're black or not. You making us look bad, sis. All of us. All of us. You and your little slimy ass boyfriend. Y'all making us look real bad, man. I don't know. It was just because I was listening to that and I wasn't even going to do this video. But when I heard him say that piece right there, it caught me. It caught me. So let's listen to the last bit of this and see what's going on.
Right now, Carly needs an attorney to advise her on how to respond to police.
If I was Carly's attorney, I would speak for her. I would not allow her to speak to the police. Because anything she says can and will be used against her. I would speak for her. I would go to the mayor. I would go to the police chief.
Now, let me help y'all translate what he really means by that. There are lawyers who will allow their clients to go ahead and speak at the little whatever it is. You know why he said that in particular? He's saying, look, she done already pulled this clown ass dumb move. She's already proven step by step she's not that bright. Please don't put her dumb ass up there and blow. Look, I lawyer to lawyer. You know the deal, bruh. If you want this case to come out with any form of success and or victory, keep her ass quiet.
Figure out if there's something we could do. That's what I would do.
Now, Guster says the police chief outlined 3 crimes that they believe Carly has committed. That's theft, lying to authorities, and filing a false police report. He says he is shocked that Carly has not been arrested on those charges. Live in Hoover, Lisa Crane, WVTM 13.
Now, you know what's crazy? Is that even with all this, see, I'm going to tell you what makes, what is going to continue to keep situations like this dangerous. It's not the news reporting on it. It's not any of that. It's the folks that's real deal still gonna be like, sis ain't do nothing wrong. Well, what if this? In some form or fashion, still trying to figure out a way to make an excuse for sis doing some bullshit. It's dangerous because we have too many of us that know that they like to live their life in excuses. They don't never really stand up and own nothing. So they're not going to hold nobody else to account because that's not in them. So we're going to keep on getting this continuous cycle of Carly-like incidents with, you know, wigs, white babies, and Cheez-Its. But with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. This has been Smitty.